www.diamondsplayhouse.com is the exclusive home of the brand original game. Our flagship and namesake is the all-new and natural cologne original game. Designed by Mr. Diamond, it is specially formulated to work with 98% of body chemistries. Not to mention, it smells fantastic. You can also pre-order your 2015 original game calendar today. This sexy collector's calendar comes in two versions, sexy and nude. We also have t-shirts, boxers, panties, candy, original music, original DVD documentaries, and movies, and much, much more. So log on to www.diamondsplayhouse.com today and show up with your game on.
Yo, what's good, fam? It's your main man and favorite pimp partner, Mr. Diamond, and you are tuned in to Ask a Pimp, where you can ask a real live, certified, bona fide, professional, paid ex-pimp anything about the game that you might want to know, or anything that you might want a little clarification on that you already know. So we're going to get into it because that's how we do it. Today's video comes from my man Tuck. My man Tuck sent me his video. He actually sent me 3 different video questions. So first of all, let me say that I appreciate you sending that in the form of a video. He didn't send the city and state, but you know, right now that's not mandatory. It's just what I request. It will soon become mandatory, so if you don't send it, you won't get responded to, but I'll let you know when that goes down. Anyway, my man sent 3 different questions in. So right now I'm gonna serve him on all 3 of them, and this is in no particular order. So it ain't like you gotta do this first, do this second, do this first. No particular order. It's just 3 questions that he sent in, and I'm gonna answer all 3 of them on this video today. So the first question that we're gonna deal with, my man say, is how do you talk like a pimp?
Yo, what up? This is Tuck. Question. How do you talk like a pimp? Run long sentences, and just use just flow long sentences basically, and just pretty much Mac. I mean, I know I have a way of doing my own thing, but from a pimp's perspective, what's the professional way to do it?
Okay, Mr. Tuck, how you talk like a pimp? How do you talk like a pimp? First of all, get everything out your mind that you learned, that you saw on TV and all this here type of shit, man. You know, the way you talk like a pimp is to talk like yourself when you pimping. You dig what I'm saying? So if long sentences and rhymes and all that shit ain't you, then don't try to get into it, because it's going to come off as fake and phony. You talk the way you talk. The way I talk right now, the way I'm talking to you, the way I talk to my son, the way I talk to my partners, the way I talk to my sister, the way I talk to my mom, it's the same way that I talk to a bitch when I cut into her, man. I just say different words, but it's the same tone, it's the same flow, it's the same way. You know, I choke up sometime because shit, I might be trying to use a big word that I don't know, and I fuck around and fuck it off. But you know, such is life. But you just talk the way you talk, man, because there's no certain way that a pimp talks. You know, everybody got it in their mind that you got to be, you know, you got to have that rhythm and you got to have that swag, and all that comes from confidence, man, and all that's just showboating and peacocking. When the average pimp talk to a broad, you know, everything that come out of his mouth ain't rhythm and rhymes. You know, nigga telling a bitch how to get his bread. Nigga ain't trying to write a rap song for the bitch. You dig what I'm saying? Plain and simple. So when you ask me how do you talk like a pimp, I'm gonna say you talk like yourself and you pimp on a broad. When you pimping on a broad, when you getting at a broad, you talk like yourself. And then, like, if you check my archives, like I always say, come correct. Tell the broad exactly what you want, exactly who you are, exactly what you stand for. Now, I will say this. Confidence plays a lot of part in it. If you don't have confidence in yourself, then you ain't going to be able to display confidence onto somebody else. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're talking to a broad and you stuttering and you sounding all shy and you looking down and you telling her you think, and you know, key words like, well, I think and maybe, and no, you got to be direct. You got to let a broad know this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. This is why we doing it, bitch, and this is who you doing it for. You know what I'm saying? You got to be direct. You got to be confident. You got to be authoritative. But other than that, you just talk like you talk. So hopefully that answered that question, man. And we're gonna go on to your next question.
Yo, it's Tuck. My question is, how do you pull your first bitch?
Once again, if you check my archives, man, you'll see that I have answered this question 100 times, man. And it's no, like I always say, it's no formula, Mr. Tuck. It's no secret recipe. It's no magic formula. It's nothing specific that you have to say. It's nothing specific that you have to mix into your conversation. You just be direct. You go in knowing what you want and knowing how to relay that to the person that you're talking to. So basically, like I always say, you go in, man, be direct, be yourself, tell the broad exactly what you want, tell her exactly who you are. You know, I mean, you don't have to bust the conversation open with, hey, man, I'm Mr. Tuck the pimp, da da da. Nah, you ain't got to do that. But once the ice is broken, once you're in there, once the conversation is started, you say, well, listen, this is what I need you to know. You know what I'm saying? It's pimping with me. And if you want to fuck with me, then this is how we're going to get down. This is what I need you to do. This is why I need you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. That's how that's how you mac on a broad. I mean, you can go old school and you can play those games if you want to, but before you get into that, I think it's very important that you understand that if a broad ain't already a hoe, or if she don't already have the notions of a hoe, she might mistake that for romance. You know, if you go in with the whining and dining and you know, shopping and all this shit, she might mistake that for romance. She might not mistake that for macking. You did what I'm saying, but that is a form of macking. You get abroad and you show a real good time, and you know what I'm saying, you wine and dine her. You know, I wouldn't take her shopping until she produced, but you know, you wine and dine her, show a good time, let her take the whole day off, go to the movies and all this here. You know, go do some slow dancing and all type of shit like that, and then you slowly reveal to her that you're a pimp and you feel like she'll make a good, you know, a good asset to your situation and da da da. You can do that, but if you ain't up on that, she might mistake that as romance. So you know, if that's how you want to play it, then get good at that, and then play it that way. But my way has always been, you know, as soon as I cut into a broad, man, you know, once I started doing this shit, man, I really felt like I didn't have a whole lot of time that I wanted to waste, and you know, I was fortunate enough to hit the ground running, meaning that when I first turned my first pimp dollar, you know, the bitch chose me without me even trying to get at her. She might have chose me off of my doughboy clout. I don't know. But whatever made the bitch choose me, she chose me, so it was easy. And I just kept that same format, and it always worked for me. So, you know, from that, you know, once she chose me, I already knew the broad. So once she chose up with me, you know, it wasn't a matter of me trying to play her or romance or none of that shit. It was just a matter of me telling her what I needed her to do, you know. And so I just kept that same format. So you got two ways in and two ways out right there, man. You can do the direct approach that I suggest, or you can do the whining and dining and you know what I'm saying, get the bitch comfortable and then pop it on a approach. And hope that work out for you. So hopefully that answered your question, Mr. Tuck.
Yo, what up? This is Tuck, Tuck Beat, at Tuck Beat, Twitter. My question to you is, how would you convince someone that you're in a relationship with to run for you? What do you think would be a good idea to start up a conversation or something like that? And then try to convince someone that well, it's not even a convincing, but what do you think a good step would be to initiate that?
Anything you want to say, put it on video or send it in an email to highdollargame@gmail.com. Peace.